Hello, and welcome to Task 61. We are going to create one of the assemblies in these four choices in Task 61. I'm going to create the choice where we have the cylinder included in the lower left here. You need to create two assemblies of these four in order to complete Task 61. If you have not already in Onshape, you're going to want to find in your Shared with Me item in the sidebar, find the file starter blocks for tasks 60, 61, and 62. Once you have found that, you can copy the workspace. I'm going to name it task 61. And I'm going to save it in my classwork folder. You can save yours in your classwork folder too. Once you have done all that, we're going to start a new sketch in order to add our name to this block. I'm going to put my name right on top of the cylinder. So I think I'll just put my initials on since that's a pretty small space. I'm going to draw a little text box on top of the cylinder, my initials, and I'm just going to use the dimension tool to make sure it's all constrained. And this looks good to me. It's black, it looks good. We're going to accept it and then do a quick extrude on the letters. I'm going to do a remove, not deep at all. I'm going to go 0.1. And that should do it for putting my name on my project. Next, let's start our assembly by clicking on the plus sign in the lower left corner. This lets us insert a new tab, and we want a tab for a new assembly. Great, so now that we have our assembly tab, we need to get our blocks. Let's use the insert button, and we're going to click on each block that we need. We need one cylinder, so one click. We need one large triangle, one click. We need one cube, so there's a click for the cube. And we need the small or short flat rectangle. Great, so I see I have four shapes here. That looks good. I'm going to use my mouse to just click down and place them on the graphics area. And I can click on the green check mark to accept. Okay, I can't see all my blocks. What can I do? I can right click on the white graphics area and choose zoom to fit. And that will give us a zoom level that should be just right to see everything that's in our screen, or in our project, I should say. Next, let's choose a block that is going to be kind of the foundation for this project. I think it looks like this green block is really the foundation. Everything's kind of resting on it. So let's start with the green block. We'll position it in the orientation it has in the assembly. We will move it to the origin and we will fix it in place so that it is the steady piece that we build everything upon. So we are going to click once on our short flat green rectangle here. We're going to start rotating it so that it will be in the position that we see here. So it needs to be kind of lying on one side. I think I can rotate 90 degrees to get on one side. And then I'm going to continue to use my triad manipulator here to rotate another 90 degrees. You know, I didn't explain how I got that triad manipulator. Let me just do that. If you click once on one of these blocks, you're going to see the triad manipulator, and that lets you shift up and down, left, right, back, front. And if you grab on these little circles at the end of the arrows, that lets you rotate the piece. So let's rotate 90 degrees like this. And I think that is the position we need. So I'm going to click off of our triad manipulator. Oh, the next thing we need to do is bring it back. When we hover over the circle that connects the 3 arrows, we can right click on that circle and choose move to origin. That way we are positioning our blocks over the origin. I'm next going to right click on the block again and choose fix. So that should hold the block in place. I can't move it around anymore unless I were to unfix it. But in this case, we just wanted to get our block in place. So next, we need to put the cylinder and the triangle on the green block. I think I'm going to just zoom out a little bit more, bring my triangle over. In order to get it in place, I need to do some rotation on the triangle as well. Let me click on it once to bring up my triad manipulator. And then I'm going to turn 90 degrees here so that I'm lying on the other side. And I'm going to rotate around the z-axis 180 degrees so that we're facing this direction now. That should do it. And you can kind of see in this image the triangle is kind of lined up along the edge of this rectangle. Let's go ahead and use our fasten mate. And I think I'm going to rest the triangle right on the corner. It seems to be the best place to align them. Let me zoom in a little bit so I can really see what I'm doing. When I hover over this face, I can see several points light up where I could connect to. So I'm going to hold down my shift key and click on the corner here. Next, I'm going to rotate everything until I can see the underside of the triangle here. Okay, that looks good. And I want this corner of the triangle to line up with the green block, with the corner that I selected specifically. So let me zoom in a little bit more. And note when I get close, I see several points that I can that I could select to match up with. I'm going to hold down my shift key again and grab this corner. Let's see how that came out. Wow, that looks great. So I'm going to accept. And what is next? We need to get our cylinder in place and we need to get our cube in place. Let's do the cylinder. So we are going to, I'm just going to drag my cylinder a little bit closer now. I want to position the cylinder pretty much centered on this half of the top face of the rectangle. We don't have a way to get the cylinder centered right in on this point. So what we're going to do is try to position it centered on the edge, and then we're going to use an offset to move it into place. So let me see, I want to get my fastened mate. I think I'm going to start with the cylinder and grab the center of the cylinder. Then I'm going to go back and zoom in a little bit here. I want to click on the center of this edge. Notice when I get close, I'm not quite getting the right direction. I know I have the right direction when I see this blue line pointing up. That shows that I'm going to match up on the z-axis. That face will be normal to the face that we're connecting. So I want to, in order to keep this blue line in place and get the correct orientation, I'm going to just hover over this face, hold down the shift key, and that will keep me oriented so that I'm connecting to this face and not accidentally to the side, one of the sides. So I'm going to click on the center of this edge, and there we go, we're fastened. In order to get the cylinder centered over this half of the rectangle, we're going to use the offset. And what direction are we going to use? Well, not X, not Z, we need Y. And how much do we need to move it? I believe we need a negative value. Let's try 1.15. I believe that's about right. No, that was too much. Let's edit this fastener. Sorry, I forgot to look this up before I made the video. I would say we need to go about 2/3 of that. Let's try negative 0.8. How's that? Nope. Negative point, about 0.625, about right. That looks almost right. I think I'm going to make it negative 0.6. You can play with this a little bit more and get your value just right if you need to. I think that looks pretty good. So the last thing that we need is to attach our cube, right? You might remember we still have a cube in this project. Let's attach the side of the cube to the side of the triangle. And I can kind of see there's a little bit of the cubes at the top of that side peeking out from over the triangle. So I think we're going to line things up along the bottom of the triangle and the bottom of the cube. Let's bring the cube closer and grab our fastened mate. We're going to find the right side of the cube, hold down the shift key, and there's the center of the bottom edge. Let me turn things around. We're going to hover over the side of the triangle, hold down the shift key, and click on the center of the bottom edge. I think that looks good. Let's check the isometric view. Well, you know, that looks a lot like this model right here. It looks like things are connected properly. Right, okay. So let's accept fastened 3. Before you submit, you need to come to this View Cube menu, open Hidden Edges Removed, and change it to Hidden Edges Visible. That's one way of showing your work. And then also please click on each of the eyeballs next to the mate features that you have used. And that just is another way of showing your work. So make sure you have your name on the project and please submit a screenshot. Good luck with the project.